We're down.
Sexy. Everything
Saucy.
about you so. Hello!
Smithy. When I think sexy, I think Matt Smith. Especially after episode 4 of House of Dragon this week. In case you haven't seen it, and for George's sake, I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, no, because I spoke to. Why does it say only 14 hours?
Oh,
Normally
what?
we have like 20 hours.
Oh, no, that's our contract license, guys. We've got to make these 14 hours count.
It's just really not. Yeah. So this. Maybe. am I actually gonna? I might have to get another hard drive. I don't know. Also, that's stuff. That's stuff for a later time. But basically, what was he saying?
Sexy and Matt Smith.
Yes.
Sexy Smith.
So, like, me and I were talking about it because, like, we watched Game of Thrones. Like, I watched Game of Thrones as it was out, like a normal person. She'd never seen it before. Lockdown, oh my god, literally in 2 seconds it went from 42 minutes to 38. And it's gone back up to 39. What is happening? 16 hours. Oh my god. 17 hours, 49 minutes. Let's just do it. We'll do there.
Where are you actually
Time,
looking?
this
Yeah,
space remaining. So it was 14 hours when we
Oh.
started. We're gaining we have unlimited power.
Jesus.
So yeah, second lockdown. We watched it together, and I had a bit of a new appreciation. I was like, it's still. Let me sum up
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones in a TikTok. But I will say, so we were talking about obviously like having a child. It's shit.
Whoa. So you said a special guest on the
Having a child. It's like
Oh,
stuff's
no.
hard. And I was like, so are we going to get Now TV now? Because we don't have Sky Atlantic.
No
So it was
more.
like, do we get Now TV
Have it
and
now.
watch it every week?
Do you have it now?
Or do we wait till it's over,
Yeah,
pay for it for a month,
and watch
and
it
then
then.
watch it?
Mm.
We're going to go for the latter just because she was like, how many times on a Monday night are we going to be bothered
Like
to
free
watch
to
it?
watch- Yeah, right, yeah.
Because
of
she was
course.
like, if I'm watching it, I want to watch it. I don't want to be like, start it and then fucking go to sleep.
Be
kind
an
of thing.
Amazon Prime sponsored ad break in the middle of it, which you were telling me off of camera.
Yeah, Freevee.
Yeah,
The
Freevee.
American Canadian
Freebie
service.
without the view for you.
It's a bit like Crunchyroll, but not
Right.
for anime. I don't know.
And not anime.
Or whatever that one was that was only in portrait that I think went down like 2 years ago. I don't know what that one was. But
Not-
here's
not
the
animation.
TikTok to sum up Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Down to the last minute details. That's why he's the goat! The goat! I mean, it's alright, like... It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
And that was the 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. But
But guess what? In which order? In the comments below.
because I saw the thing that obviously like next episode 5 is the last with young
I'm
Rhaegar
the way
Targaryen
it
and
ends.
Alicent Hightower,
Yes. Yeah.
who she's
Olivia Cook and I can't think of the fucking actresses, but
Emily something.
Emma Darcy and
Emily Darcy.
Darcy.
Emma Darcy.
It's D in like apostrophe.
Yeah,
it was like
Darcy.
Oh, it's Darcy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like James Darcy, Jarvis from Agent Carter.
Who the hell's young Rhaenyra? I was gonna call her young Daenerys 1.0.
Young Regalia. One of them's one and one of them's the other. And that's the only thing that I'm kind of like, because I've seen the reviews and it's like it's great and the stuff I know
Millie
about.
Alcock, that's her
Yeah.
name. Who's young Rhaenyra?
And
At the minute.
from what I can gather,
Yeah.
they're both fantastic in their roles anyway.
They
So
are.
to lose them is going to be quite a shame. Like
But
the
then
time jump stuff, I think might
that's
piss me off the first season. As long as it doesn't do it and just keep recasting
It doesn't.
people.
It doesn't. That's the thing. Even between like last week's and this week's, I can't remember the exact time frame that's been passed. But it doesn't feel like it. They say it's like 2 years since. It's like 2 years. It looks like yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
the
not a
thing.
jab at the production.
Do you feel
but-
like they're kind of rushing through it, but in a way that's like, they're telling the story and they're, basically cutting it out, the bits that they don't need, kind of thing?
Yeah. They literally
Would you
have got
rather
the
it
book
was
in
a
front
whole?
of them
Would you
and
rather
they
it was just a whole season of the young people and then
First.
maybe aged them up later?
Perhaps.
Is it going to be disconcerting because Matt Smith's still going to be Matt Smith?
Yeah, because he's the only one.
Because he's got a young
that
face, but
hasn't
also he's
changed.
nearly 40, so that's
That's an
depressing.
issue, yeah.
Yeah, 40 next year. Yeah, because he turned 30 filming Series 7B.
Oh, okay. That's how you remember then.
Yeah.
Oh.
because there was a video on the Doctor Who website, and it was like, yeah, haha,
Smith.
yeah, it's my
Whoa.
birthday, woohoo!
Subscribe to the official YouTube channel.
Don't forget to click below. And Peter Capaldi was there, but Peter Capaldi had not been cast yet, and that was a really weird thing.
Who is Peter Capaldi that then?
Don't forget to click subscribe to the Doctor Who YouTube channel. We should say that 5 minutes in, hello and welcome to No Bubble Podcast, episode 200 and
18.
You're
17.
going 18? You're going, is that your final answer? Is it fine? I like this game that we play. Where it's called Guess
The
What
game of
Outcome.
Numbers.
Right, what's
218. That's my final offer.
it's
Survey
episode
says-
200 and
29.
17.
Oh my God!
he
Go away.
He was one off. But thank you guys for the uptake in views, because we're hovering over the 30s again, which is oh my god. Oh my
jeez.
god. Who is she? We're gonna obviously, I'm George, that's Connor. We talk
what's
about
up?
pop culture on the internet because no one does that anymore.
Definitely not these days.
We'll talk about D23 and the enthusiasm question mark.
Pun intended.
The
Was there?
stuff that
Or
happened.
luck thereof.
The racism people have towards a mermaid.
Mermaid?
But first, so Connor has a decision to make because D23 is the main bit. So we'll
To
do
dis-
some newsy bits.
What am I
But
deciding?
here's break news just in,
All right, is it
as in from today,
from my scoop?
from the latest issue of the Doctor Who magazine. An interview with Sacha Dhawan, 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 Sacha Dhawan. He might not
Come
be
back.
dead after
He might
this
not
one.
be dead.
He might carry on because
As
he
John
said.
Sim.
He's
What
John
the
Sim.
fuck?
He's John
What
Sim.
the
He's John.
fuck?
He's
What
John
the
Sim.
fuck?
John
What
Sim.
the fuck?
Not Michelle. Gomez. So Sacha Dhawan did an interview on in the Doctor Who magazine issue that I think came out today,
Right. Okay.
and it was basically talking about his time, how much fun he's had, and obviously like what's to look forward to in the as yet always untitled Doctor Who Centenary special. Don't search it because the name
Oh.
might come up.
No, I
Because
thought you
the
were gonna-
episode title
What it's been?
is at the end of the article.
Oh, is that the title of the episode? I have to read. Oh, is it?
Yes.
Shall I find out live on air, or am I?
I know what it is. Do you want to guess it? Do you want to guess
What am I
it?
finding out? You said I've got to find out something, or I've got to
Do you-
decide something.
Do you know the episode title?
No, I've not.
Would you
got
like-
my Wi-Fi at work?
Would you like to know it or guess it?
or option C? None of the above, and search it and find out for myself now. Okay. How many?
How
I'll
many
guess.
words has it got in
How
there?
many words? Genesis of the Master.
I think it's about 5.
Oh, fuck off! It's 5. Genesis of the Master.
It's 5 or 4.
Non-Big Finish Master Plan.
Mm,
Masterful.
no.
That Big Finish set. No,
Well, that's the actual name. Masterful, that big finish set. What I will say. Do you want a clue?
yeah.
It's more of a, as people have pointed out, it sounds more like a Stephen Moffat era title than
Well,
a
that doesn't-
Chris Chibnall title.
the Empty Master Dances.
I mean, you're not on the wrong.
The
No.
Empty Master.
So rumored for a long while was Timefall,
Right.
or like The Woman Who Fell to Time, because then that would be bookended with The Woman Who Fell to
Fell
Earth,
Yeah.
because time would kill her, and I thought that's very poetic. There is an of the in it,
Of the.
and people thought it
So
was going to
it's of the Master. Of the Doctor.
That's what I wish
of
it was.
the Joe Martin.
It's of the Joe. Yes, it's of the Joe Martin. So because it was Eve of the Daleks,
Either,
Legend of the Sea Devils, everyone
Yeah.
thought, well, the Master's
Of
in the
the-
in the finale, so it'll be of them. But then the Cybermen and the Daleks and the Sontarans were all in that clip, so it can't just be of the nostalgia because that doesn't work.
Of
So
the Mondatara men.
the Mondatara men, the Mondatara Clara, it's the Mondatara men. Where are they from, Doctor? Mondatara Clara, Mondatara Oswald men.
Oh, Jesus. Mondatara men.
It's an of the
Of the Master.
no.
Of the Doctor.
Yes.
Of the Timeless Children. No, just of the Doctor. okay.
Yes, it's an of the Doctor. I don't know if there's a word before the second word. There might be. Sometimes
Well,
you know.
so the title was just off the Doctor. You were lying. There's 3 words.
No,
Of the
there's
Doctor.
there's a word. There's either 2 words before of the or 1 word before of the.
Well, you don't know the title yourself, then, or is it just it's spelt and you could? Split
No, I
the
saw
word
it.
up?
I saw it. I've seen it written both ways.
Right. So it could be something with
because
like,
the extra word at the front is, in a lot of, when you title stuff, doesn't necessarily be included all the time.
So
For
something
alphabetical reasons.
So something of the Doctor. So it's not. So we've had time, we've had death, we've had day, we've had night. Sunlight of the Doctor, sunrise, the sun makers of the Doctor. No, I don't know. I'm trying to reference.
Neil Patrick Harris is the Doctor.
Toy maker of the Doctor. I'm trying to think of something we haven't had. Of the Doctor. What have we had? Name of the Doctor. Except we already have.
We had that one.
Thank you, 2013.
It's okay. I'm you from 2013 when you were full of enthusiasm. Woohoo!
Doctor was sick.
Yeah, I don't watch Matt Smith because I'm a maverick. Not like Top Gun.
And that hasn't even happened yet.
I've not even seen Kit Harington. Oh, my wife, Rose Leslie.
Oh no. Rose of the Doctor. No, I don't know. I have no idea. Sasha of the Doctor. Dewan of the Doctor.
No. Do you give up?
Yeah, at this minute, I don't. Yeah.
It begins with a P.
No. Punjab of the Doctor.
I really wondered what you were going to say.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to say the obvious one.
Oh my god.
No.
It's the penis of the Doctor. It's back.
What a title. War Games of the Doctor. I don't know. But P. It begins with a P.
Begins with a P.
The Pating of the Doctor.
It's the secret villain all along. It was the Pating all along.
The Tim Shaw. Oh, I don't know. Paradise, pyramids, paradigm,
Oh no,
peridium,
no! It's a simple word. It's a word that
pillar of the Doctor.
no,
Simple. Pass of the Doctor.
no.
P what?
Penis of the no.
No, give me the next vowel.
Oh
Power of the Doctor.
yes.
Pound of the Power of the Doctor. Is that it?
Yes.
Power of the Doctor. Power of the Doctor. Oh, this fucking Doctor's fucking powerless the way this era's gone. What power does the Doctor have? She doesn't even know the power she has.
She is
She's
superfluous.
She's timeless, but we don't know the power of the actual Doctor herself.
Mm-hmm.
Or itself, depending.
It's either the power or power of the Doctor. I think
Right,
it's just
the
power.
Right, power of the Doctor. But this Doctor's
Someone wrote like a
having
really funny tweet that was like, take this, and it was like, and basically the last line was like you see, and that was the power of the Doctor all along.
Okay. No, I like the title. I mean, I like it. I like
it better than the Centenary Special.
Right.
Because it kept making people think that Doctor Who was 100, and it's not.
Yeah, but
Apparently October 23rd.
oh, okay.
Because obviously
Before Halloween.
October was the founding of the BBC, and it's for the 100th
Yeah.
anniversary, and
Yeah.
it specifically was like it's going to be in October because that's around that day,
The
or
BBC
November because obviously November is an anniversary title, but would they do a 59th anniversary special essentially?
Yeah, no.
So no,
Survey
it's
says-
at the moment it's rumoured to be the 23rd of October.
But Power of the
Power of the Doctor. Starring Sacha Dhawan, Jodie Whittaker, Dan the Van Man,
Billy
Graham's
Piper
here, where's Ryan gone? He's dead.
Sinclair.
Yaz is here
Who
for
wants
some
her?
reason.
Who wants her?
Mr. TARDIS did a really funny one, and I can't remember what it was. So he did he said it should have been called because for all the Phasmin stands, it should have been Parting of the Gays.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
But
Would have summed up.
obviously, in a joke capacity, ladies and gentlemen. Power of the
Believe it or
Doctor.
not.
It's set, and people were like, "Oh, like for every time you thought the title's a bit like if you think the Centenary Special title shit, it was like Power of the Daleks, Day of the Doctor, and loads of other things. It's like these are all much worse titles, but it doesn't matter because as long as the story's good, because we got some pictures in the magazine of stuff in the episode.
Right,
Seemingly, there are
footage.
multiple Sacha Dhawans.
What, with hair, with a bigger beard? and
Long
bald?
hair, long beard.
Oh,
Akin to Jonathan Pryce in Curse of the Fatal Deaths. 10,000 years in a sodding sewer. Kind of look.
So it's going to be a it's going to be a continuation of that.
Rumoured to be, you'll actually see him portraying Agent O before he is replaced
good,
by
yeah.
the because there's basically a clean outfit kind of thing and a clean Sacha Dhawan being arrested by unit people, and then next to him you have the Master purple frocked, and
That's the big finish set, because it's just called Sacha Dhawan Call Me Master or some placeholder name like that.
so you reckon that'll delve into more of the Agent O switcheroo? stuff
guessing.
in South
Unless
Africa.
it'll be like a half and half set. You do 2
Maybe.
with him for
you
like
just half a disc,
half a disc.
just
yeah.
to get half of every sentence.
Right.
I'm master. Call me.
Oh,
Oh.
Agent
Smith.
Smith.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So and he says like at the like
This is my last
it's a
story.
cool play on words of like he never really stays like the master never really stays dead kind of thing like
No, of course not.
like if this is his last hurrah then like it's been great and like I don't think I'll ever find a job where I get to basically have this much fun
Prance
and
around,
like play
yeah.
this much range of a character.
True. Yeah.
And,
true.
But things always find a way of working out because a universe without the master scarcely bears thinking about is like the end of it, and it's like that's a clever play on the the death of the
Master
Doctor
or
kind of stuff when it's like universe without the Doctor scarcely bears thinking about, which I think is a line from Curse of the Fatal Death as well. So
Oh
is
right.
Curse of the Fatal
Yeah, it's canon. It's canon.
I mean, if they pull out the "say hello to the sofa of reasonable comfort," then I'm all here for it. We also had more photos of the new dynamic trio in terms of the
Oh.
Doctor, Ace, and Tegan, and
Oh.
it's great.
Okay.
Them at the new unit base, and they're looking onto something in the sky. They're looking like off camera to something that's happening that's way more important but can't be shown in this frame.
Animations.
And it's got all the animations just blowing up. It's got Gemma Redgrave as Kate Stewart. You've got
Osgood.
Janet Fielding as Tegan Javanka, and you've got
Sophie
Sophie
Aldred.
Aldred as Ace, and the Doctor sort of more in the foreground. Not a lot of Yaz and Dan in
Right.
these pictures, which is kind of like
They're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're gone.
but he's dead.
But he's dead.
So we'll see about that. But obviously they're in it, and we know that
He lost his companion.
We know that-
again. And again.
And
And
again.
again.
and he lost so much, like his mum. He's
He's
dead.
dead.
This guy.
His
this guy.
girlfriends? Question mark.
Whoever that guy is. His
And
brother. His brother again. And his brother again.
Yeah.
Did you know that there was more scenes of Lady Sif included with the main cast, and it was cut out for more Korg?
I get it, but I don't. More cool.
Marketable.
But have you seen the Disney Plus re-CGI that they did for Axel?
I think it looks slightly better because
I
it's
don't
less
know how I
blurry.
feel. Yeah, it's less blurry, but I don't know how I feel about
But
it.
just like I don't know how I feel about the Power of the Doctor or Power of the Doctor.
Not about this
Superfluous.
particular Doctor. Not a diss at Jodie Whittaker, but this era.
I can't wait because like we've talked for a long time with we've had Andy, we've had Mike and
Yeah, of
Will on
course.
separately, we've had them on together just the once.
Yes. Yeah,
And
the ones. One and only.
we want to do
faithful
like with them like a kind of retrospective on the era, and like Will was asking me like where we would kind of put it, because I was like I kind of want to do when the episode is out, do like us and then like a guest, and then do like a this is just a special kind of the thoughts on that, and then a kind of let it sort of like with a new thing, like whether it be like a TV thing or like say like with the Bond films, like you kind of got to let it settle in. You kind of got to let it settle in.
Let it sink in.
Let the era kind of pass by a little bit,
Right.
and then go for right.
This
I've
is
like this now taken out of context and like detached away because this isn't what Doctor Who is anymore. Like
yeah, it's
I
not
wouldn't,
longer relevant.
I wouldn't say wait until
The next year,
the Russell era. Like, I wouldn't say that,
We've
but
got a
I'd say
whole
like,
year.
let it sort of settle in. Have like a month or so to just be like, right, this is
And
the
done.
era as
Yeah.
it's complete.
And
Watch
done.
it front to back. Take anything new from it you can. Improve on stuff that maybe like stuff might come off better for you now. Watching it in the
Potentially.
context of a complete story.
With
some,
alcohol.
some might get worse.
They do.
Some might
Even
get
with
filmed
alcohol.
if we do that.
Even with alcohol.
So, yeah, so I'm kind of debating where we put that because my gut instinct would be to put it around the anniversary. I don't want to put it too close to a Russell special if that comes
no,
out.
of course not. No. Like the week of. Oh no.
Like if
this
they
shit.
go like, oh, this is like the first one comes out at Christmas, then you're kind of like,
No, but the ironic thing is, we let fate decide. We just organise it one random week. When we do it, the moment we finish recording, we go home and we get on with our lives. They will announce it.
oh yeah,
the
we definitely
minute. That's
yeah.
just fate. That just seems to happen
Call
to
it
us.
fate, call it destiny. Just
Yeah.
don't call it late for dinner.
Yeah. But
Um,
no, okay, we could, yeah. If they give us any more information past the special once it happens, October 23rd, rumoured, if it happens and we have an idea of when the first special might be or what the future of the Russell Who holds.
Russell Who
then
hole.
Russell Who holds.
Who
then,
hole.
The first size
Get
Russell,
in his who
Russell
holes.
hole. Sounds like a shitty cereal.
Russell holes. No, I need some Russell. That's going to get clipped up and put somewhere.
To the dark web.
But all in all, I think our Doctor Who time is at an end.
That's it.
At least for the
Cut.
immediate future. I think.
Oh, I mean, we've only got 18 hours and 57 minutes. We've gone up.
Like I think that basically I feel in myself that this is there's not much to talk about now until the special.
Until the animations get brought back as well.
Because there's the next Doctor Who thing will be the Time Meddler, which is at the end of October, which will probably be after the special's been on.
Yeah,
and the collections will continue and stuff like that. So
yeah.
there's probably not really much that we can say or delve into. Because I also don't want to just keep if we were Who-tubers properly, which we kind of want to be.
Yeah, right.
But we kind of dance neatly around the edge of.
Yeah, we hit the border.
I would say that we would most people just fucking break it down and batter it every day and just get the views up, which we could do that. But
however, we making life harder for ourselves now.
I can't be asked to constantly talk about the same thing.
One
we don't
thing
know
for the rest
anything.
of our lives. No. Well, I mean, you do. Don't get me wrong. I don't.
We could essentially all we can really do is predict what we want. There's only so many times we can predict what we want from the next era or the special coming up and what we hope it does and how we hope it goes. But then apart from that, it's just kind of watch the special, let it settle in, do a big retrospective on it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to maybe, if we could do maybe we do each era. We do the Russell era, the Moffat era, and we do the Chibnall era.
Just New Who specifically.
I would say because that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier to draw a line under of this is a set era.
Yeah.
Because I know you can with Barry Letts with
John Nathan
Turner's a big, but then it's kind of would you
Philip
split,
Hinchcliffe,
would you split that up into him working on his own and then have the Cartmel stuff and what it would have gone on to be kind of thing.
Yeah, season 20.
Would you split it between the Doctors and how those things it kind of evolved and meshed into it kind of sort of went down. We're going to carry on, double down doing this, or we're going to make some interesting choices and leave it in the point. Well, it's over.
Exactly.
Whereas, and then you got Hinchcliffe, you got Barry Letts, you've got
Terrence Dicks,
you got the Robert Holmes and stuff like that. You've got all those different things. That's a lot harder because that's
it covers multiple
it covers multiple Doctors and companions and things like that.
I don't know the exact start and end dates for some of them because I felt
it's less of a here's a start story point, here's where the end goal is and where we're going to get to. Whereas with modern serialized television, there is a definitive start and end, not just to each Doctor in the New Who, but in terms of the arc that runs through Russell's era, that gets neatly tied up, but can be continued. The same with Moffat. The same with Chibnall. To a degree, you're going to have an element of growth and change through those characters and the storytelling. And himself, I think, whatever he does after, I would be interested to see whatever he does after
Chibnall
this.
does afterwards. Exactly. Yeah, of course.
Because I've always said I feel like he's a drama writer that wants to write drama, but with the entrappings of sci-fi. In terms of, with Russell. He could do anything, but he can write sci-fi, but entrap it within the real world and make it relevant and make it wholesome and make it breathe, kind of thing.
Yeah, make it adjustable and the audience go on.
Make it adjustable in the waist.
Make it sink in. Yeah, sink in.
Yes,
particularly series 1. Yeah.
But no, I think maybe we do that or make it like a trilogy and then we just never talk about Doctor Who again. But then
that's it, cancelled.
I feel like with the upcoming culmination of Who game shows, and we're basically done with all that because Will's not really got much left to give out money wise. No. It's through the people that this is a bit of a moment through the people that we've been able to kind of connect with and actually get to know on some kind of personal level. It's made us sort of, we've got bridges, we've got avenues, we've got people that we could, be like, could you give us a hand?
Better than what it was before. Yeah.
More importantly, we've got guests. But
we've got friends.
For now, we should head over to Disney.
To YouTube channel?
Are we a YouTube channel now?
Yeah, we don't have Peter Capaldi narrating the outro.
If he was on Cameo, I'd pay for it. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Pasty Sheep YouTube channel. Or Kit Harington. Oh, it's me, Kit Harington. I'm doing the voice just like it. Oh, it's Rose Leslie. Rose Leslie, tell her to subscribe to official Pasty Sheep YouTube channel. We will go over She-Hulk again.
I mean,
Is
we
it
were
episode
gonna-
5 this week?
Yeah, we were doing
6 next week,
we
so it'll be
were-
the week after
we were
because we're
gonna
kind
do
of doing the
three
third.
episode rule, but then this episode was good, man.
Every episode was good. Donny Blaze. Not an element of the comics, I don't think.
No, yeah, I did see that message. I got that literally when I walked into work and I thought, has he sent me the wrong thing? Because I just didn't fathom Donny Blaze in the same sentence, and I was like, yeah. And then I got home that night, and I'm surprised I didn't put the thing up, but I was like, fuck, this is Nicolas Cage's cousin, or like distant relative, because that's kind of, in a nutshell, that's what it's implied. But I'd been absolutely mental if the post-credit scene involved him doing a botched magic spell and his head went on fire. I'd have been
Because he
like,
kept
"Holy
talking about flames and stuff, and I was like, is this them taking the bit? Because obviously we saw in the trailer, like, the Oni Blaze thing, so everyone
Exactly.
assumed, like, oh, like
Johnny,
Johnny Blaze
yeah.
is going to be in it, and it was like, it was a nice play on it, and it's,
shit."
you
Oh,
know,
very good.
I think
It fooled
Wonga's is still,
It was WandaVision without them going, ha,
It
you
was-
think it was this? Psych.
it was Wonga's vision, let's be real.
Oh, and Madison with a Y and an end to ends, but not where you think. Yeah, they need a spin-off.
That was great,
They need a spin-off.
definitely. But, so what we got, we had the D23 this
Daredevil
weekend.
23.
Daredevil 23.
23 episodes. It's 18, isn't it? Not fucking 23.
18, yes.
Yeah, shit.
Do you know why it's called D23?
Nothing to
D
do
for
with
Disney.
Nothing to do with Daredevil.
And 23 because 1923
19.
was the
the
the formation of it, yes. Because
Oh,
next year, that's
okay.
why in some of the stuff shown at D23, it had Disney 100 because it's
I
obviously
didn't
100
no,
years
I
next
haven't-
year.
I didn't watch
100 years
I just read
Disney
everything.
Disney.com.
I didn't watch none of it, but okay.
I watched some of it. The stuff I could that people other nice people had leaked online for me.
Nice, beautiful.
So D23 is like Comic-Con for Disney stuff. So like
Yeah.
Marvel had presence at San Diego Comic-Con for the first time in a while, but obviously they don't have to announce everything there because they can announce more stuff
Down
at
the
D23
Yeah,
or Disney Investor Day, which is November.
exactly.
'Cause-
Yeah, that's Disney Plus anniversary,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
So we shall see because we got elaborations on more stuff. We got confirmations of some stuff, and
Yes.
but I saw a lot of people angry about stuff they didn't say. But it's like
Yeah, of
they don't.
course.
They're
Mm.
not. It's not like they didn't talk about it. It's like they didn't need to because that's
And,
not.
and it's like with San Diego, there was stuff there for the audience, which, all right, audience spectators get to see and get to talk about, but obviously they
Mhm.
can't leak them online. So obviously the people there know more than us casual people anyway. So, no,
Yeah.
but yeah. Some stuff got to talk about, some stuff should have got into
Yeah.
more detail, but again, that's down the
So
line.
we had some Disney stuff itself, in terms of we had
The
the
Wine
first clip of The
Company.
Little Mermaid, the live action remake with Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey, yeah.
Yes.
Not Storm.
And if you're angry that a mermaid is black, it's not fucking real. Mermaids aren't real. Does it matter?
No, exactly.
Was Ariel's skin color in the original important? No.
No.
Do you know why it was? Because it was the fucking olden times when everyone was just white in everything.
Yeah,
And if
basically.
if they made it today, there would be more inclusion and more because, like, little girls being able to see themselves on screen,
Exactly. Yeah.
like that's more important.
Than
Inclusivity.
Mm.
So that looks fun. That looks obviously it's going to go down the Lion King route of, like, obviously a lot of this isn't live action because these fish can't sing.
Yes.
So a lot of it is photorealistic.
Unless you're in Kingdom Hearts.
Photorealistic CGI.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this cat's on there, so just if she presses anything, I'm just gonna like
Killer.
just lose my no, not really. Although one of them did shit on the bed at 4 this morning, so the
Oh,
jury's still out. So
Cat, sorry.
yeah, you've ruined it for yourself. You're both sleeping outside.
This is mermaid. We talk about mermaids.
Yeah, but so that it looks good. It looks a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got Mufasa the Lion King live action prequel
the
to
prequel.
the live action parentheses Lion King.
Right. Mm.
Um,
Did we need that? Did you want that? I still haven't
James
seen
Earl
it.
Jones isn't in it,
Right.
which is cool because we're not going to have 90-year-old Mufasa voice.
True.
Like, as much as I love James Earl Jones and I'm glad he was included in the Lion King, it's pointless that everyone's recast.
Yeah.
But you know, to make you feel nostalgic, we'll still cast James Earl Jones as Mufasa, and it's like, yeah, because that's, you know, the thing that I've said a lot of these times, and I know that you feel a lot the same way in terms of live action remakes. Make them different, otherwise I can
there's
just
no
watch the
fucking
original
point.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Forget-
I'm way behind on the Disney live action stuff anyway.
I mean,
but
we'll
like,
get into one of them a little bit later on.
oh yeah.
But
Oh, I'm a real boy. And oh boy, was he real?
was he though?
Was he real?
Was
No, I
he
don't know.
real?
I'm asking, 'cause I haven't seen
That's
it.
how it ends.
Wait, fuck off. Is that how it ends?
Yes.
I'm a real boy.
Literally. So there was that, and it's kind of that's a pointless film. I don't think Jon Favreau's directing it.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
Do you know what I did
Yeah.
find out though? Because I watched the Assembled on Thor: Love and Thunder. It was the first film to use the volume. The first MCU film to utilize the volume that they use in Mandalorian.
Oh, what, like the soundscape?
So a lot of
stuff.
those planet landscapes are the volume,
Oh, nice.
which would make sense because Taika Waititi's worked directing a few episodes of Mandalorian, and the technology's there. So why the bloody hell not love?
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So and there was more Lady Sif and stuff in there. So they cut that out for more Korg. So
I've got around to watching Hawkeye and then I watched Doctor Strange.
yeah.
I haven't done Miss Marvel yet, but I did Doctor Strange and Hawkeye.
Did you like the Doctor Strange one? Because it was
Yes.
Bruce Campbell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's the most different, but it's
it
kind
was
of I would get why they'd all be separate if they would have a different style, but where all the others are the same,
very similar.
are basically
Yeah.
the same show. It's just this is following a different thing. It's like this is weird.
This
This
is
is so
weird.
weird. I haven't watched the Captain. I think the Captain. No, not the Captain. The Miss Marvel one is the only one I haven't watched.
I've not. No.
I
not
think
yet.
because it's one of the things of like when I see those, I'm like, cool. As soon as I've got time to myself,
Yeah.
like I watch
I'll
it.
watch them.
But then like you've got other stuff come on. Like I'm watching She-Hulk every week. I'm excited because we got a confirmation of the Bad Batch's 2023 January.
Yeah, January the 16th. I want
So
to
it will
say.
finally come off the coming soon bit on Disney Plus, where it's
there
been at
for
the
months.
end
Yeah.
for what feels like an eternity. Along with Willow. Willow just slowly
Yeah,
keeps
it's just
getting pushed back.
It moves.
We didn't have a look at. There was nothing for National Treasure, was there?
No.
National
don't think
Treasure,
so.
Edge of History,
Edge of History.
which I look forward to because I like those films. And if they use that and then it gateways into a third one, then I'm like, yeah, make a mini universe and then have that kind of. Because we did get a look at the Santa Clauses.
Oh, okay.
Now
I didn't check it out. I didn't check it out.
I'm a Christmas guy. Christmas is my favourite holiday because you get free stuff. It's great.
Brexit.
But
Free stuff.
I've started getting stuff already.
Oh, right.
Just because
Bloody
I
hell.
hate like
Waiting or doing it last
no,
minute.
like you're like if you do it all in one pay packet, then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, where's all your money going? Christmas stuff. So I kind of like
Mm.
try and get bits and pieces as and when, especially when it's September. So I got a couple of pieces at the end of August, and then I'm gonna try and get a lot more when I get paid at the end of this
Yeah,
month.
end of
and
the
things
month.
like that. Just so I space it out. So it's expensive, but the Santa Claus is kind of my jam because it was 94.
94, yeah.
Believe 94. So I'm a 96 baby. So like that was my jam. Like the voice of Buzz Lightyear being
Tim
Santa
Allen.
Claus.
Mm.
So I really like the first one. I think the second one's quite underrated. The third one's a bit shitty. But it was kind of like it felt like there's not many film series where you're kind of like that could have gone on a bit more. Like I know
It could have. I've only seen them. I remember having the DVDs for eons when I was like a wee little lad, but I haven't seen those films since. I was probably
Yeah.
about 5 or 6. I can't
and
remember them
like
as such.
as a kid, it was kind of like I can see that could just kind of carried on because they were just.
Yeah.
But it was also one of them things that if you did it too much, then maybe it would just kind of get repetitive and
The
boring.
staple would gone. Yeah.
But we are getting the continuation Disney Plus series. Am I gutted it's not a film? Yes. I think that depending on where this leaves it, it might open it to like, here's one last hurrah, here's how you end it, tie it up in a big bow. But this kind of feels like this is the victory lap.
right.
Let's wrap it all up because you've got...
How many episodes is it?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
rumoured to be between 6 and 8.
Yeah, usually.
I
yeah.
think what they should do is make it completely Christmassy and make it the 12 days of Christmas and then have one on each day.
That makes
Disney,
perfect sense.
Disney.
I'm
right here.
Marketing.
I'm right here. Hire me, pay me more money than I currently earn, which isn't much, and I can get a mortgage. So
There you go.
yes, do that.
Yes, do.
But so
12 days of
we got an
Christmas.
actual trailer of the Santa Clauses in which, for the good of his family, Scott Calvin is deciding it's time to retire. So his son was.
So
born,
he is decided.
His son was born at the end of
What, the third one?
The third one. He has
Okay.
one with, because the whole plot of the second one is he has to find a wife, which
Right, yeah.
what's her name? Something.
Can't remember.
Someone who plays Principal Newman. She's back as well. If you can look, I think it's. I want to say it's Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Nothing's come up. Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. The Santa Claus too. I don't know.
Yeah, Santa Claus 2, Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. It's Elizabeth something.
Mistakes.
Mistakes.
Mrs. Claus. Mistakes.
Mrs. Claus.
She's a mistake.
There you go.
Cast. Well,
Elizabeth Mitchell. I nearly said Murray.
Elizabeth Murray.
Right, so Elizabeth Mitchell is back as
Carol Calvin.
Carol Calvin. Yes, because I forgot her first name.
Carol Calvin Klein.
It's ironic that the man playing Santa married someone called Carol. After
Yeah.
songs and stuff.
Pun intended. Yeah.
And they have a son called Buddy. He has a son from a previous relationship, and that's the whole thing of like his son actually spends Christmas Eve with his dad.
Oh.
1 year, and then that's how he becomes Santa Claus, and then his son grows to love him, and family bonding over divorced families in the 90s. It was great. It's a really great family-friendly film. And what you do there is you just kind of...
Jesus.
what is it? Yeah, so he's basically like, he's going to audition and interview people to be the new Santa. And you see one of them in the trailer, and it's kind of like this like jockey bloke, and he's like, yeah, cool, yeah, we'll call you next, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Kind of like Deadpool 2 when they're recruiting X-Force, but this
A bit like that,
Santa Force.
but it's Santa Force. Yeah.
Santa Force.
We got Eric Krumholtz is back as Bernard, the head elf, who was in 1 and 2 but wasn't in 3. I think because he just like looked like a 40-year-old man, and it's like you're meant to be a
Screw this, she.
you're meant to be a youthful child, but
right.
there we go.
Okay.
Because they're meant to be children that never grow up, obviously. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, man.
First 2 episodes available immediately on November 16th.
Yes, 2 series premiere. Does it say how many
episodes?
it is?
Yeah, I was literally gonna try and read that.
While Connor finds that out, shall we talk about the Marvel stuff? The Marvel stuff.
Oh, what stuff?
Well, we'll start off with the theme parks. So there is a multiverse attraction coming to the Avengers campus, which
Ooh, yeah.
it's a ride / experience that will be it will be centered around King Thanos, making him MCU debut, because as we know, the parks and attractions are actually canon.
Yeah.
So that's
Believe it
weird.
or not.
So basically the difference with this Thanos, Kevin Feige said, is that he won, and it will include heroes and villains that some we've met before and some new characters. And on the poster bit for it, you have King Thanos with his staff and people fight, like the heroes fighting to disassemble him, essentially. And one of the main ones near him is Daredevil.
Oh, cool.
So you get Daredevil, you got Abomination, you got Iron Man, you got some Thunderbolts people probably, you got 3 different Captain Americas in terms of Sam Wilson, Steve Rogers, and you got Peggy, Captain Carter, original Hulk, She-Hulk, Thor's, and it's like, yeah, that's the ride bit.
IMDb, to cut you off, sorry.
Go for it.
IMDb have only listed 5.
5.
But I don't
That's
know
a
if it's
fucking
actually
shame.
5
At least
episodes.
make it 6.
5 days of Christmas. No. Nowhere near as 12.
So, and then we got some trailers for stuff. Ahoy. We got confirmation that Don Cheadle is in an MCU thing because he's in the trailer for Secret Invasion.
Oh my god, not Armor Wars!
Armor Wars got reconfirmed and it's filming next year. They were
Way.
like, look, I know it keeps getting dropped off the docket, but it's still here, it's happening.
It got a new logo, didn't it? It changed logo.
But they've all got new logos. The only new logo that's stuck so far is the Secret Invasion one, because the She-Hulk one was then obviously used for GLK.
GLKH.
Whatever it is, the business that she works for, which is like, that's a nice fourth wall break. But Don Cheadle's actually out of his contract.
Oh.
So you know they're doing
No
the thing
wonder
of,
why they haven't made it.
you know they're doing the thing of like, you know, we're not signing people up for big contracts anymore, like 8 to 9 films. It's on a project by project basis, which on the face of it seems very expensive, because if they don't fancy it and then you've got to recast, then you're paying another actor. But then also you're not having to get people to pay out of their contract or pay off their contract to get them out if they're a problem, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So like one of the most notorious ones that isn't a contract star is Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight.
Yeah.
He is on a project by project basis. If he's up for it, he's in. Whereas I think the last sort of big ones were
Elizabeth Olsen.
it was no it
Well,
was
she's ended, but
it was David Harbour and Rachel Weisz in
right, in
Black Widow. One of those is returning very soon.
I know.
But he's done with his contractual obligations. I'm done with my contracted years in the MCU, so now it's just like something sounds fun, then I'm presented with it, then yeah, let's go. So, because he's in that, Armour Wars is being reaffirmed for end of next year, possibly 2024, because it's going to be filming next year at some point.
It's and also just literally reading it. It's Armour Wars is set after the events of Secret Invasion, so hence why he's in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Maybe for whatever we know, it might lead into it, perhaps.
Hopefully. I hope
But-
that it's an event, because it's listed in an event series. Hopefully it leads into something,
Well,
and it's a
because we
story
saw-
that affects...
That's what I mean. We did
Yeah.
see a thing online that sort of suggested that, but also I didn't know this. But Walton Goggins from Ant-Man and the Wasp is in Armour Wars.
I want Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. I want those kind of failed villain kind
Yeah,
of
the Earthbound
government,
ones.
the Earthbound government failure kind of people.
Who could then form together to make the Thunderbolts, but alas, that's not how things went, unfortunately. The Thunderbolt Initiative.
Where is it? Where is it? We got confirmation of the director is Julius Anaha,
Yeah. Yes. He's done. Yeah.
and we got confirmation of the villain,
Yeah, which was a surprise.
Samuel Stearns as the leader.
Tim Blake Nelson, after all these years, his brain did grow, and it was canon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get a confirmation of like more Hulk characters are back. Does that mean the Hulk license do be running out?
Well, yes. So have they secretly acquired it from Universal, and they haven't announced it yet? Because if you're going to announce anything at D23,
Mm-hmm.
you should have announced that. You should have ended it with, "Yes, guys, we've got the Hulk." Next thing,
Next Hulk.
Sony.
We got a first look at Werewolf by Night, which is a Marvel Studios special presentation, and
Yeah.
it's not a Halloween special. It's
No.
Werewolf by Night. So we know that we've
But
got
I'm
look.
guessing it's MCU, like.
Yeah,
Werewolf by Night.
Marvel Studios
Yeah.
special presentation, Werewolf by Night. It's 30 minutes long,
30 minutes.
30 or 40 minutes, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And in the trailer we get looks. It's black and white. It's scary, but it's fun scary according to Kevin Feige. We got looks in the trailer at Werewolf by Night himself, Jack Russell,
Jack Russell.
which is a very on the nose name. We got a couple of frames of Man Thing.
Yeah.
We got
Very
Elsa
accurate.
Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Look there,
Kind of
and
looks like Jessica Jones, like that.
and Simon Garth, aka Zombie. So it,
Werewolf by Night.
so it looks a lot of fun. It does look fun and something different, and I like different flavours. And if it's going to be like this kind of noir-looking piece, then I'm here for it.
Exactly. No, I'm here for that. I like vintage stuff.
So,
Vintage stuff.
and what else we got? We got confirmation that Marvel X-Men Marvel Studios X-Men movie isn't happening for a very long time.
Oh. Ouch.
Is that
so
something?
that mean we're gonna miss? They're gonna miss Secret Wars then? Are they gonna miss?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Secret Wars was kind of that's where it is. That's where it
Yes.
starts. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised.
Or Secret Wars wraps up, and then you finally get the wait. There's mutants, and it's the aftermath of Secret Wars.
Yeah, the aftermath of Secret Wars bursts
Yeah.
mutants into this universe because you're going to have mutants
Avengers
in
versus
Kang
X-Men.
Dynasty Secret Wars anyway because you're going to have the Fox versions.
You have
Some
to.
versions of
Yeah,
some
you have
people.
to, yeah. But then also I found I sent it to you, but we got like a lead about Ant-Man Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania leading directly into the Kang Dynasty, which excites me even more because that's only 2 films away after Black Panther.
Mm-hmm,
We're going to see how the hell it ties in.
But also, Ryan Coogler is reportedly in talks to direct Secret
Number 3.
Wars.
Oh, I thought you said Black Panther 3, but
That is the rumour abound at the moment.
Interesting. Mr. Coogler doing like probably the biggest comic book film of all time.
Of all time. At the moment, until they make the next one.
Yeah. Don't hate it.
And we forgot to mention that Michael Giacchino is directing Werewolf by Night.
Who I literally just
Who's a
read
composer
he's
in most things.
Exactly, yeah. I knew
The
the
Batman,
name, but he's done
Spider-Man.
one episode of Short Trek, Star Wars, whatever it's called, Short Treks,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing in 2018, but it weren't a full episode. But this will be like his first feature-length project, if you like. Or it ain't quite feature-length, it's a special, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying. It'll be his first sort of thing that isn't music. Isn't music.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Michael
Giacchino.
Great composer.
We got a confirmation from Feige on the state of, because the Avengers. What's happening with the Avengers very soon? They are for now disassembled.
Yeah.
Officially at the moment.
They're gone.
Goodbye. Because it's left a vacuum, and that's why teams like the Thunderbolts can fill in, just because there isn't an organisation like the Avengers anymore. But we now have the Thunderbolts confirming that the Avengers are no longer a going concern at the moment in the MCU, as former Avengers and founding members are either dead, got old, or off-world. Or retired, because obviously Hawkeye at the moment is retiring and giving I hope he becomes more of a kind of he's like the surprise at the end of an Avengers film. It's and then Clint Barton shows up and saves Kate Bishop's life or something kind of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously Hulk's off world. He's going back to Sakaar, possibly setting up a World War Hulk scenario storyline. And
I'm here for that.
We'll see how that goes. And obviously, two of them are dead, and one of them's got really old and probably will be dead soon in terms of the timeline of the universe. So that makes sense, and it also brings us neatly onto the Thunderbolts, because we got the lineup.
The official
lineup. For the Thunderbolts. It's 6 people and a Nick Fury, so it's very much an Avengers lineup.
And Nick Fury.
And a Nick Fury, because...
A Nick Fury. Scroll Nick Fury.
No, because Contessa... Thingy de Fontaine, Madam Hydra is essentially
Nick Fury.
They're going to be the Nick Fury team. Why is it called the Thunderbolts? Because Thunderbolt Ross isn't going to be in it, because sadly we lost William Hurt.
Yeah, way before they've made it.
Yeah, and it would have been, because that if he was in it, then we would have got Red Hulk. Now the thing that I've seen is that 5 of these 6 heroes have the same powers. If you think about it, because we have Ghost,
let's go.
Who has useful teleportation and distortion powers.
Reality shit. Yeah.
You've got a super soldier in
Bucky Barnes.
You've got a Russian super soldier in Red Guardian. That was a nice surprise.
The big surprise to me.
You've got a super soldier in John Walker.
Right.
You've got a super soldier kind of, but sort of a Black Widow in Taskmaster. And you've got a Black
Confirmed
Widow.
To be the same one.
It will still be Elena Kalenko.
Yeah.
So that's at least a thing. So that's going to possibly make Black Widow a bit better for some people, maybe.
I don't know. I don't have no thoughts.
It's essentially, and obviously the leader is Yelena Belova. So it looks a lot like,
which I thought
Black Widow too.
In that photo looked like Kate Bishop to me.
Really?
In the black and the glasses, I thought, damn, Kate Bishop's rocking a new look. And then I was like,
oh, it's Yelena. But I'm cool for that, because we've got, it's...
Well, and I say Yelena. I was like, we've missed one, but Yelena.
No, yeah, so Yelena is the leader, and you've got, a lot of just close quarters super soldier Black Widow spies, and then you've got useful people as in Ghost. People are like, where's Zemo, where's Abomination? Abomination would have been the Hulk of this team in the the subtraction of not having Thunderbolt Ross, because if William Hurt was still alive, I'm pretty sure we would have had a Red Hulk reference, or at least come about in a future version.
The end of the movie.
Yeah,
definitely.
Kind of thing. And but Abomination kind of would fit that slot,
Absolutely.
the muscle,
and definitely with the She-Hulk reference of me and my 7 pen pals. I was like, or 6, whatever number he said.
No, it was 7, but then it would have been him, and so it would have been the other. No, because there was 6.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, there's 7 of them, but there's
6
one
others.
of them's Contessa de Fontaine, Madame Hydra
right,
woman.
Yeah.
So that would have made it, but I would have liked that. People are saying that maybe they're not the only ones in it.
I've read somewhere that Zemo wasn't part of the lineup, but he will be featured. But again, that's kind of not confirmed. That's just kind of a thing I did see.
They're taking inspiration. This is kind of going to be like the Suicide Squad.
Even though I'm certain last time we saw Zemo on screen, he was taken by the Wakandans at the end of that show.
Who's to say he doesn't escape? I think if Claw was still alive, Claw would be in it.
Yeah.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Precious.
Would you people are like, because listened to the latest Weekly Planet, like, would you have had like Yonrog in there to have like a cosmic one? Because
if he hadn't died,
I think
Yeah.
because if Thunderbolts is specifically going to be more of a
well, like anti-hero
the
thing.
Suicide Squad kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
then that makes sense. But I would have liked it to be more like the Suicide Squad, have more characters and actually kill some off. Either the ones that like
Yeah.
people wouldn't expect, or like the ones that they're not really going to get any use in
They're
this
not going to
series.
do anything.
Um,
They're not going to do anything.
but this seems more like a mishmash of its Thunderbolts in name and in terms of taking the Suicide Squad kind of concept. But we're
Yeah.
trying, but it's kind of sort of the Dark Avengers because you've got a Black Widow, you've got a Hawkeye master tactician like combat person
Tactician,
in terms of
yeah.
Taskmaster kind of thing. You've got a tech Starky person in Ghost maybe.
Yeah.
You've got like 3 super soldiers, but you haven't got like it's not as mixed and varied.
No, it
That's the
isn't.
only thing I don't like.
He's
is that
very earthbound, very
Earthbound, similar power set.
Yeah.
And people are taking the meme of from the Suicide Squad, ironically, of, he does exactly what I do. Yes, but better. Yeah, and it's basically that, but with all of them.
Yeah.
And it just stacks up and keeps going and keeps going. But yeah, love it. Love it. I look forward to it in some way.
I like the people that are in it. I don't know. Abomination should have been there. An allusion to Red Hulk, like at least off screen, would have been nice. And maybe some other face that we hadn't seen yet would have been like oh wow, they're actually going to do this character played by this actor. But that too much too soon. Too much too soon that I kind of fell for a screenshot that you sent me of the Fantastic Four, but it wasn't fantastic because it was fake.
Yes.
Along with Doctor Doom, which made me shit my pants, and I was like, oh. But no, unfortunately, I won't divulge. But
So we got
Broke my
a
heart.
leaked
broke my
reported
heart.
Fantastic Four lineup, which was
Oh, we are divulging. Fuck it.
which was John Krasinski, Reed Richards, Jodie Comer, Sue Storm, John Boyega, Johnny Storm, Seth Rogen, Ben Grimm, and a lot of those, apart from John Boyega, have all been rumoured or connected in some way.
Right.
And Henry Cavill, Victor Von Doom, which would be great.
It would have been great.
Matt Shankman as director. That's the only thing that was confirmed because
Yeah.
Kevin Feige points to him in the audience and basically says,
Hey, you there?
"It's you. Do you want to direct the Fantastic Four movie?" And he's like,
Yeah.
Yes, I would. I would like that very much." It's a shame, but there's more time. There's more opportunities.
But with it not being an origin story, would you honestly think it's going to be the period 60s movie?
I'd love it for it to be that.
That isn't just going to introduce Doctor Doom again for the sake of it, because all the movies have been that. I want something different as well. Like, I don't just want... Doctor Doom could be in it, but I don't want him to be the baddie. Have him as a baddie, but don't let him be, like, the focus.
Mm-hmm.
But then have him obviously allude to, being, like, out there surviving and Latverian in his Earthbound secret fortress, and then somehow he'll meet Kang down the line, and that's how you set up Secret Wars. But, if it was Henry Cavill, that would have been a damn good casting. I don't know. I just think he would have killed it. As the man from Latveria.
It would be cool.
He would have been great.
Just like the fact that the Marvels sounds cool because all 3 of them are entangled. Their powers are entangled, and every time they use their powers, they're going to keep swapping,
places.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Zoe Ashton's going to be fun as the villain. Like, she looks like she's going to have a lot of fun with it. And like Brie Larson did a bit of a heartbreaking interview kind of thing, like on the red carpet bit, like, when we're going to see Carol Danvers back, and she's like, does anyone really want me to play her anymore? And it was kind of like,
Oh, Jesus.
the bad press.
Oh.
The bad press. But we want to see her back. We do want to see her back because
Just do a better job. No, just
Jesus
make a better
Christ.
sequel.
We didn't get highlights for, like, in terms of the game presentation at D23. We didn't get anything for Spider-Man 2 or Marvel's
No,
Wolverine,
Of course not.
which people were obviously pissed off about. But what can you do? There's apparently Wong's next appearance will be in Coven of Chaos, the Agatha series.
Well, it being magic doesn't surprise me.
And it's Wong's world, and we're all living in it, so...
Yeah, no, Cavill and Chaos, yeah, he can spice it up a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
He can, yeah.
I am here for it.
Maybe that leads into Doctor Strange 3?
Possibly.
Somehow? Some weird way, I don't know how.
I mean, that would be cool. We got a few Pixar things. We saw a trailer for, like a first look at Elemental, like a fire person and a water person that love each other and they can't be together because they all essentially, one will evaporate and water will put out the fire one kind of thing. I don't know. It looks a lot like Inside Out, which is ironic because they greenlit Inside Out too. So,
Same
which is
fucking
one that
concept.
which I'm not against having a sequel, but it's kind of like I thought we'd kind of
We
passed the
did it.
window for it, but
Yeah, apparently
it
not.
seems not. Basically, stuff that wasn't get revealed at D23 that someone made was no Wonder movie, no Fantastic Four cast, no new Hulk movie, no Henry Cavill, no Deadpool 3, no Phase 6 announcements, no first look at Quantumania or the Marvels, no Agatha, Blade, or Guardians of the Galaxy 3 updates, no, and one last thing announcement. But we got confirmation that essentially Quantumania. I think there was some more footage for that, and we got confirmation that he's killed Avengers in other universes. This version of Kang, and there is an evil Kang stuff in Loki because Loki is basically saying there's a war coming, and this is not going to be good because there's going to be a Kang dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty. But you know, I digress. Let's have a look. See what happens when it happens.
And we know the Guardians thing is 40 minutes long as well, isn't it? Same
Yes,
length as
40 minutes.
Werewolf by Night.
Michael B. Jordan is returning for 2 more projects in MCU Phase 5 along with Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
So
Interesting.
What if season 2 and something else?
What if Season 3?
Yeah.
What if? More what if? And what I really liked about the thing, because Wonder Man is an actor,
Right.
the Wonder Man show is coming from Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yes.
Ben Kingsley will reprise his role as struggling actor Trevor Slattery because we know that Wonder Man is an actor that then gets imbued with superpowers, essentially. Would we get Henry Cavill as Wonder Man or Hyperion? I don't know. It interests me. Either way.
So he's going to be playing the in-universe take on Trevor Slattery. And that's how he ends up on the edition.
Maybe.
In-universe.
And then Trevor Slattery is actually his friend, so it's a big meta thing. I don't know.
Yeah. And Morris is there with him.
Morris.
He's like, dude, where's your
indeed.
face? Is that your pet?
And the big thing for us was we got to see Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio together again on stage as Daredevil Born Again was talked about a bit, and it was nice. Like there was like, this isn't like season 4. This is like its own thing.
It's a reboot.
It's gonna soft reboot it. It's essentially gonna be like, you know, if you want more of it, here's where it is. And he said like, it's nice that, you know, we get to do this again, and it's double the time. Like we've done it for so long because, you know, for them it's, you know, 2015 was when the first season came out.
Jesus.
And they were like looking forward to getting started again, and basically saying that, you know, we get to do it all over again, but with more time and in a bigger sandbox kind of thing. Kingpin versus Spider-Man, or give me death.
He'll be the post-credit to season 1. Spider-Man will just be there.
But Rosario Dawson does want to return as
Good.
her character Claire Temple, who was the glue essentially of the early MCU Netflix stuff.
Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Woll, please. Where are they?
Where are they? Indeed. And in terms of some other stuff, have we got any other stuff? Showtime and Paramount Plus are being streamlined into one app, so all the streamlined stuff seems to be going on there.
Right.
There's some House of the Dragon stuff that we can get into next week. Trump is filming a film. DC Fandom obviously got cancelled because DC don't know what they're doing.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
And where is it? What could it be? There is some stuff, and I want you to see. The Witcher seasons 4 and 5 will be written and filmed back to back because season 3 has finished. Is wrapped filming the last week or so, or last couple of days. So yeah, there's that. And obviously, we'd be remiss to end this episode without, you know, the sad news that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II sadly passed away last Thursday evening. Well, early afternoon, but it was announced in the early evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wherever you sit on the side of royalists or socialists or whatever-ists, you know, regardless of what you think of the monarchy and stuff like that, you know, the Queen's still the Queen. She's still a woman that has a family, and that family has lost a mother, a grandmother, you know, a great-grandmother, and, you know, the matriarch and the head of state. And now we have a new... So, you know, King Charles the third, not the first or the second, because they were both bad people. But History, read about it. So we thought, we'd have to just, say a few words of, because we put out a bit of a post on social media, because I know we've had a bit of a social media kind of blackout kind of thing, but we are on the way back. So it's a shame. It's a great loss to the kingdom. It's the United Kingdom, and it's a big moment
United?
in British history. And however you choose to honour her or pay your respects, do it in with respect and so to others. And don't forget that everyone's got opinions. Just don't fucking argue about it. There's no point. There really is no point. This is a monumentous moment for history, and on Monday the state funeral will be on, and if you watch it, great. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I'll probably watch it because my mum's a big royalist, but we'll see. Like, she's always been she's always liked the royal family, so it's always been knowledge in my life, but we shall see. But until then, on that somber note, because we had a nice little chat, is there anything you want to drop in as we depart? Because you can get in contact with us.
adnerdbiblecontact@gmail.com.
That's just for the electronic mail, and it's at Pasty Treat across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes, maybe never, TikTok. Until then, it's
TikTok.
been a pleasure to be joined by this gentleman to the side of me and the audience that's behind me.
Outside. No ice cream man this time.
No ice cream man, and we will thank you for watching, listening, absorbing. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you've not done so already, and tell a friend that might like some madness, because there's numbers that happen now, and we will leave you with whatever Connor says.
Wait, you had the cliffhanger. You said
Oh
you
no,
had
that was the Doctor Who thing. I kind of blew
that was your cliffhanger.
I blew that like 10 minutes in.
Great. How am I ending it? It's the end, but the moment was nowhere near prepared for.